Doug Walker, the man, the myth, the legend, creator of such classics like Melvin, brother of the Joker, and also the lesser known character and personality, the Nostalgia Critic. Now, if you weren't living under a rock last year, you would have known that Doug Walker's company, Channel Awesome, has been a bit of a bad boy, particularly the channel's CEO, Mike Mashord. But I'm not going to talk about that. There are a lot more channels that have said way more insightful things than I could ever do about the subject matter. Instead, I'm going to talk about his movies. Yes, he's made movies, 3 of them, but for the sake of the video, I'm only going to be focusing on one, To Boldly Flee, mainly because I can't be bothered to watch the other ones. Now, if you're a regular viewer of the Nostalgia Critic, you already know his skits go way out of proportion. This movie is technically a 3-hour long Nostalgia Critic skit. It's a 3-hour unfunny Doug Walker joke. Before I go into this travesty of a movie, I just want to point out, A, none of the actors in this movie were paid other than some of the producers. A lot of the fans who bought the DVD never even received them because the orders got messed up. And also, the movie was shot entirely within a week, which meant everyone was up and really visibly tired. A lot of their experiences can be found in a document I'll probably link below. But like I said earlier, it involves a lot of the Channel Awesome controversy, and I don't really want to delve into that. Alright, so the movie starts with a close-up on this bloke on a car, probably listening to XXXTentacion with that Razer headset. I don't know what his name is. I think he's a main character. You'd think they'd have some decency to maybe blur out the license plate or drive a car that isn't broken, but you know, nah. Boom! It was a prank. It was Doug Walker the whole time. So apparently Doug is depressed because one of his friends died in the last movie I didn't watch, so he decides to call up the worst person in this movie ever.
Hello?
Hey, Film Brain.
Nostalgia Critic! How wonderful to hear your voice!
Why does his voice annoy me so much?
Well, it's just that whenever you contact one of your reviewers, it's either to criticise them or to fire them. Please don't fire me, Mr. Critic!
Not gonna lie, this acting is pretty wince. How much did they pay him? Oh wait, nothing.
Nostalgia Critic?
Yeah?
You're under house arrest.
Ah, that's another little filming quirk. You see, a lot of the actors this time didn't actually want to film outside, so half of it is either on a green screen or entirely indoors. In the next scene, we also get introduced to our main villain. I don't know his name.
This is the cool hand of justice! I am Charles, last survivor of the once proud and mighty Cyclone Empire, and I am here to prove that the Nostalgia Critic is a renegade and terrorist. Roll the footage!
This movie sucked! It sucked! This movie fucking sucked! Everybody applauded at the end because they loved Jungle Book and Cinderella, and we thought that sucked! It sucked! It sucked!
And then they introduce another bad guy whose name is Prick, and they both think Doug Walker is a bit of a cheeky nonce. Oh yeah, and then we get introduced to another villain who's like this bloke but a robot. Why are there so many bad guys?
And in other news, police are baffled by a string of shootings in the Minneapolis area. The targets are all white males in their 20s who work online from home and have ties to the comic book industry.
Glad that doesn't affect me any.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention 2 other bad guys gets introduced.
Spoonie, were you sexually attracted to your sister?
What the fuck?
Feminazi joins the movie, someone's brain explodes and there's a big Thanos moment. So, as another excuse not to leave the house, the nostalgia critic makes his house into a rocket ship. You know, this writing is really smart and intelligent. Alright, so now we're on to the controversial part. Now, in all seriousness, this scene was going to be a lot worse, and Doug had to change the script in post, because you can obviously see the connotations of it. It's just mind-blowing that Doug Walker, of all people, wrote a rape scene.
Film Brain, you look like you heard two people having sex.
How would you know?
I'm French. We know.
You too, Sad Panda. You said you were a doctor of some sort.
Actually, I just said I watched Doctor Who a lot.
Oh my god, he did it. He did a Doctor Who reference. So using epic house technology, they make the spaceship into a house because we already wanted to see more house in this 3-hour movie where the only thing they've done is be in a house. Oh yeah, and guess what? Prick, he's dead. And there's a new villain now. What's the point of having Prick as a character if he isn't even going to be a prick?
I'm sensing very little life in him.
Stand back. I am apparently a doctor.
We're now approximately 2 hours into the film. As much as I'd like to continue, I don't make enough videos as it is, so I'll probably make a sequel next year. People need to know more about the Nostalgia Critic movies because they're absolute gold. They are horrible in a great way, and by that I mean they're horrible. Bye.